Welcome to StarWatch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next.
There is one question quietly spreading across overseas Chinese communities, international forums, and social media discussions lately. Why does Wang Yibo continue appearing at so many major national events? Why does his image increasingly feel less like a traditional celebrity and more like a representative of a new generation? And perhaps the biggest question of all, why are so many people beginning to speculate that he may already be connected to the mainstream political sphere in ways the public does not fully understand? Now, to be clear, no official statement has confirmed any of these rumors. Yet what truly fascinates people is not the speculation itself, but the path that led to these conversations in the first place. Because when audiences look at Wang Yibo today, they no longer see only an entertainer. They see someone whose journey has quietly evolved far beyond ordinary celebrity culture. In an era where countless stars rise and disappear overnight, his trajectory feels unusually stable, unusually disciplined, and strangely significant. For many overseas Chinese viewers, especially younger generations living far away from home, Wang Yibo represents something emotionally complicated, yet deeply powerful. He is modern but traditional, global but unmistakably Chinese, quiet yet impossible to ignore. And perhaps that balance is exactly why discussions around him continue growing stronger every year. Over the past few years, audiences have watched Wang Yibo slowly transform from a popular idol into someone repeatedly trusted with projects carrying cultural meaning and national symbolism. It did not happen overnight. In fact, one of the reasons people find his rise so fascinating is because it feels gradual, controlled, and earned step by step, rather than manufactured through endless publicity campaigns. When major youth events take place, his face is often there. When patriotic productions require younger actors capable of carrying emotional weight, his name appears again. When public welfare initiatives need influence that reaches beyond fandom culture, he is invited once more. After a while, viewers naturally begin asking themselves the same question. This level of long-term trust cannot simply be coincidence, can it? What makes the conversations even more interesting is how different his public image feels compared with many modern celebrities. The entertainment industry today moves at frightening speed. One trending topic can create instant fame, while one controversy can destroy an entire career overnight. Yet Wang Yibo rarely relies on noise. He rarely participates in exaggerated online performances. He speaks carefully, appears selectively, and lets projects speak louder than personal marketing. Ironically, that restraint has made his influence even stronger. Many overseas Chinese commentators have noted that his image reminds them of an older style of public figure, one built on consistency rather than constant attention-seeking. In a digital era dominated by emotional scandals, relationship rumors, and temporary viral moments, his career almost feels unusually calm. And perhaps audiences are exhausted by chaos. Perhaps people are beginning to crave figures who feel dependable again. One detail frequently mentioned online is his repeated presence at nationally significant performances and broadcasts. Viewers noticed how confidently he stood at the center of Youth Day performances, carrying songs about hope, youth, and the future. To casual audiences, these may appear to be ordinary stage appearances. But within Chinese entertainment culture, placement matters enormously. Symbolism matters enormously. Being invited once can be luck. Being trusted repeatedly suggests something deeper. This is precisely where many overseas discussions become emotionally charged. For older Chinese immigrants, seeing a younger artist represent confidence, discipline, and professionalism on international stages creates a sense of pride that goes beyond fandom. For younger overseas audiences, Wang Yibo feels like proof that Chinese entertainers can evolve beyond stereotypes, often attached to idol culture. He races professionally, performs physically demanding film roles, participates in documentaries, and increasingly appears connected to projects emphasizing responsibility rather than celebrity glamour alone. Another reason these rumors continue attracting attention is because Wang Yibo's career does not follow the typical traffic star formula anymore. Usually, celebrity popularity depends heavily on maintaining constant exposure, but his path appears almost opposite. The quieter he becomes, the larger his image seems to grow. The less he explains himself, the more people analyze his choices. Every appearance suddenly feels meaningful. Every official invitation becomes headline material. Every silence creates even more curiosity. His acting career also plays an enormous role in shaping public perception. In productions centered around history, sacrifice, and social ideals, audiences noticed a surprising emotional maturity in his performances. Critics who once doubted whether he could escape idol labels slowly began changing their tone. Directors started praising not only his discipline, but also his ability to physically disappear into difficult roles. Stories from film sets spread rapidly online. Reports about harsh winter conditions, extreme preparation for physically demanding scenes, long filming schedules requiring emotional isolation. Overseas audiences especially admire these stories because they transform him from a polished celebrity into someone perceived as hardworking and resilient. The narrative changes completely. He is no longer simply famous. He becomes someone who appears willing to suffer for artistic authenticity. Interestingly, discussions about Wang Yibo overseas often reveal something deeper about the audience themselves. Many people are not merely debating a celebrity. They are discussing identity, modern China, and what kind of public figures represent the country internationally. In previous generations, global recognition often belonged mainly to business leaders or athletes. But today, entertainers increasingly carry cultural influence as well. Through films, music, documentaries, and public appearances, figures like Wang Yibo shape how younger international audiences emotionally perceive contemporary Chinese culture. That is why moments such as international conference appearances generated enormous discussion online. To many viewers, those events symbolized more than celebrity attendance. They represented trust, image, and cultural positioning. Whether people support the rumors or dismiss them entirely, one fact remains undeniable. Wang Yibo's public image has evolved far beyond ordinary entertainment gossip. What fascinates audience most is the contrast within his image. On one side, he still carries youthful energy associated with modern idol culture. On the other, he increasingly appears linked to discipline, restraint, and responsibility. That combination feels rare. Many stars can create excitement, far fewer can create reassurance. Perhaps this explains why overseas Chinese communities continue discussing him with such intensity. Some admire him, some remain skeptical, some believe the rumors are exaggerated. Others think his career direction clearly signals growing alignment with mainstream institutions. But regardless of opinion, nearly everyone agrees on one thing. Wang Yibo's rise has become impossible to ignore, and maybe that is the most remarkable part of all. His influence was not built through endless controversy. It was built through accumulation. One project after another, one performance after another, one carefully maintained image over many years. In today's entertainment landscape, that level of patience feels almost revolutionary. There is also something emotionally symbolic about his timing. Younger audiences today are living in an era filled with uncertainty, rapid online judgment, and constant competition for attention. Against that backdrop, Wang Yibo's image offers an alternative fantasy. A person who succeeds not by shouting the loudest, but by remaining focused. Someone who moves quietly yet steadily toward larger stages year after year. Even people who are not dedicated fans often admit feeling curious about his trajectory. How did someone once dismissed by critics become repeatedly invited onto major stages? How did an idol once associated mainly with fandom culture gradually become connected with discussions about national image, youth values, and international representation? Those questions themselves keep the public emotionally invested. For overseas Chinese viewers especially, this emotional investment becomes even stronger because it intersects with cultural pride. Watching a Chinese actor and performer receive recognition abroad creates a sense of visibility many diaspora audiences deeply understand. Every successful international project feels personal. Every respected appearance feels symbolic. In that sense, Wang Yibo's journey becomes larger than one individual career. It becomes part of a broader emotional story about modern Chinese cultural confidence entering global conversations. And perhaps that is why these rumors continue spreading, despite the absence of official confirmation. Because whether true or not, the rumors themselves reflect how audiences now perceive him. Not simply as an entertainer, but as someone increasingly associated with trust, stability, discipline, and national symbolism. The speculation says as much about public perception as it does about Wang Yibo himself. In the end, trends fade, viral fame fades, even the loudest online discussions eventually disappear. But certain public figures leave behind something more lasting: a sense of direction, a sense of inspiration, a feeling that audiences witness someone evolving in real time from celebrity into symbol. And right now, many overseas Chinese viewers believe they are witnessing exactly that transformation with Wang Yibo. Thank you so much for spending your time with StarWatch Now today. We would love to hear your thoughts about this growing discussion surrounding Wang Yibo and the way his public image has evolved over the years. Do you believe his career represents a new direction for young Chinese entertainers on the global stage? Or do you think the internet is reading too deeply into his recent appearances and achievements? If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to StarWatch Now for more in-depth stories, emotional deep dives, and fascinating conversations surrounding Chinese entertainment, celebrity culture, and the hidden narratives shaping today's biggest stars. Your support truly helps our channel continue bringing thoughtful content to audiences around the world. Thank you again for watching, for sharing your perspectives, and for being part of this growing community. Wherever you are in the world today, we hope you stay safe, stay inspired, and continue chasing the future with confidence. Until next time, take care and see you again very soon on StarWatch Now.